Hang on. There we go. I don't know that this does so good. I've got to order another microphone from Amazon. I'm not crazy about this one. What do you guys think about this one? I don't think it picks up really great. Okay. I had a bunch of stuff to show you for various reasons and things to tell you for various reasons. Welcome to The Anxious Woman. That's me. For anybody who's new, and I have a couple new people, thank you. My name is Poet. I'm in Pennsylvania, and I am almost 66 years old. Tomorrow's July 1st, so when we hit tomorrow, I can say next month I'll be 66 because my birthday is in August. I'm a Leo. August is also will be a year. August 17th will be a year that George and I have been together. So backstory, I was with my partner for almost 14 years. He was from Tennessee. His name is Sky, and he passed away into rebirth because he's a Soto Zen Buddhist. I'm just giving backstory. And he passed away February 27th of last year, 2024, of multiple system atrophy. Come here. And so I was on my own. I was his 24/7 care partner. I don't really like to use caregiver. I like to use care partner. And I was a CNA, certified nurse aide, for umpteen years. So I worked in the intensive care unit, the trauma unit of our local hospital. So I certainly had the experience, and I did senior care with Beata for 3 years, and loved it, loved the company. If you're looking for senior care for your loved ones, check out Beata. They're amazing. It's an amazing group. Okay. No birthdays today. I want to show you a couple things that I either got or had that I think you might, like or want to try. I talk often about the only mascara that I ever buy, and that's the Sky High by Maybelline. I always get the 801 Berry Black. It's just always been my favorite. I saw it on like a YouTube thing or something, and I tried it, and it runs between $8 and $9 depending on where you get it. If you go to Walmart or you get it off of Amazon, you can get it for like $8. And this stuff, seriously, this lasts me like 6 months. So you don't have to buy it often, and I use it every day. And I got out a new gem art. You guys know that every once in a while I'll fool around with gem art, or what else? Diamond art. They call it diamond art. And remember when I was doing the little turtles, I found one little turtle that I had left. This is the smallest one. This is a 20 by 20. So it's a tiny little turtle with like bubbles and then a bunch of white. So I just opened this up. So it comes with the little tray and the glue sticky thing and the pen. And then there's my colors, 17. It's only 17 colors. Most of them are white. All of that is white. Anyway, I'll start fooling with that at another time. Something else I want to show is if you do haircuts, if your husband, your son, your grandson, whatever, I have one of the Wahl, W-A-H-L, haircut kits that I use for haircuts. But then I picked up, and also I picked this up. This has been a little while now. I got this from Amazon. It's called the Micro Touch Titanium Trim At-Home Haircut and Body Groomer. You can do haircuts with this also. You can do the edging in the back of the neck. You can do the grooming. I use this. I just trimmed up George's neck and the back of his neck, and I did evened up his beard line here and here with this thing. I love this thing, and what's really cool about it is it has a light. It has a light right there. to this, so you can see built-in light. It's cordless. It takes 2 AA batteries. It's got the little brush. You have to get the batteries. They don't come with it, just to let you know. But it is, and it has an extendable body to it, so you can pull this up for more length. I love this thing. This thing works so well. So if you do a lot of haircuts or grooming and you can't find one that you really love, check it out. Like I said, I got it on Amazon. MicroTouch titanium trim. Freeze that and take a look at the name. Speaking of, I've got George whiskers on my face. I just made my coffee, medium froth. I told him, I said, don't froth it hard because then it's too frothy. But if I don't froth it at all, the creamer, it's a generic creamer from the local grocery store, and it doesn't mix completely, and I don't like that. I don't like white floaty things in my coffee. Hang on, she's not stirred. So I make my iced coffee. If you're new, hi. I make my iced coffee at home every day around this time, somewhere around 2 o'clock. And once in a while I'll have one at night. Once in a while I'll have one in the morning. That's very rare. And I use Cafe Mocha Coffee Mate, and I use French Vanilla Coffee Mate, typically. Now, sometimes it's hard to find French Vanilla. They might be sold out because I think it's the most popular flavor. So I get the store brand, the generic. The Cafe Mocha, though, there's no substitute for it. And I've only found one grocery store that I can find Cafe Mocha on a regular basis. And then once in a while, Walmart will have it, but it's really hard to find. And then I just put my ice and I put my Mr. Coffee and froth it a little bit with a $20 frother from Walmart. It's a Keurig brand. And the straws I got at Dollar Zone. So if you have a Dollar Zone, I mean, you can get these things anywhere. Amazon's got 1 billion of them. I talked in the last video, I think, about the perineal. I don't know if it's perineal, it doesn't matter. You guys know what I'm talking about. So I didn't look at comments or anything. If I said it wrong or I'm thinking wrong, the bottle to, I'm way past the episiotomy stage. You know, my baby making days have been over for 25 years. Thank goodness. I've birthed enough. I've done my share of procreation, and so those bottles for when you have an episiotomy, they're wonderful. The sitz bath and all great things, but this I use for cleaning, so clean, and for this friction burn. We're going to call it a friction burn. I got some of my test results from my blood work. I'll tell you that in a minute. But I want to show you this sitz bath. My wonderful husband ordered me a sitz bath from Amazon, and it looks like this. Now this hole up here, you can hang this up so that it can air dry. I cleaned it well and just towel dried it with one particular towel. I'm not going to hang this in my bathroom. It doesn't go with the aesthetics. And then what you do, and which I'm not doing, this pushes down so it gives you room for, you know, your backside. And then you put this tube in this hole, you push it through, and then you hook it in place. Wherever it is you want to line it up, like front part or back part. I have it in the front, but it really should go a little further back. I think it just says, and it's got a little suction thingy. This is just coming out. I'm just taking this out. And here's why, and I'm just going to use the bath itself. It just sits in the toilet. Is because they have this bulb syringe, and you use this bulb syringe to push the water out, to push the water on you, which I just think it's just a pain in the ass. To be honest, it's a pain. Let me turn the light on. Power, light. There's a remote. doesn't work until you get up first and put the switch on. Okay, so I'm sitting here today because all my stuff is on the table. Fan is on low. Put the light on. We're gonna get rain. Nothing new. See out there? I went out and I cleaned up all my flower pieces that had dropped off. I got all my vacuuming done. Today is vacuuming Monday. Vacuuming and sweeping, all that's done. And we got, we got the wall hanging. You know, I've talked about this green wall, and what do we do with it? Let me show you what we did with it. We got a macrame wall hanging that I just love. So this is step one. What do you think? It's big. It's big. So I'm going to pick something from Amazon, something that will go here, and then something that will go there. Probably matchy-matchy, something matchy-matchy. And then I can start concentrating on this pillow issue. This is an issue. So I don't want pictures up there, because the only paintings that go on our walls are the hubby's paintings. Again, if you're new, my husband is a oil painter, and he's pretty good. All these paintings behind me that you see, he did. Trust me, there's a lot more in the house, a lot more. He does not watch my videos. He does not even know what my channel name is. I don't know how I feel about that. So we got that up. He hung that yesterday. We got groceries yesterday, $122. That's not anything unusual for anybody who goes grocery shopping. And the fridge and the freezer were like down to bare bones. So I'm surprised it was only $122. But we did all the coupons and the bonus buy stuff. Okay. Now, I didn't get all my test results back. When I went for blood work, I just ate lunch, so, and I took a Pepcid. Oh, I know what I want to show. Hang on before I talk about my blood work. I bought this little circle for myself, for like the circle of life, circle of love, circle of commitment to my husband. And I got it off from Amazon, super cheap. It's a little sterling silver, and they sent a little cloth along with it. The box is upstairs. I think the company was called Silver Tree, but I'm not sure. Super, super inexpensive. I just wanted a little circle. Okay, so you know that on Saturday morning I went for my blood work. She was super great, no bruising. My stick lady, my phlebotomist, super great. And I also did a urine screen because they checked B12. So I got some of them back. B12 is normal. My thyroid, normal. They did CBC. They did CBC and differential. They did comprehensive metabolic panel. I'm reading it off my sheets. They did lipid panel. They did vitamin B12. They did the TSH, which is the thyroid. They did a trichomosis. They did a HSV 1 and 2, which is herpes 1 and 2. They did the with reflex confirmation and the inhibition one. So if one comes up positive, they do the next one. And they did the GC and chlamydia. I wanted a couple of the panel done just for my own knowledge, for my own reasons. And she said, my doctor said, should we just do the whole panel? Like, do you want to just do the whole panel? And I said, just do it. If we're already, if I'm already getting blood drawn and doing a urine screen, just do the whole panel. HIV, the whole 9 yards, all of it. So I don't have, I got 2 of the results back, both negative. The other ones, I guess they'll take 2 or 3 days to come through. My cholesterol is at 256. They wanted under 200. My triglycerides, so that came back abnormal. My triglycerides are normal. Everything else in the blood panel part was all normal. It's just the total triglycerides, total cholesterol is on the high side, so it came back as abnormal. Not abnormal for me. High cholesterol, over the number, runs genetic in my family. My mother had it her whole life. Throughout my lifetime, my numbers, especially once I left my hospital job, my numbers went up because I wasn't walking as much. Also, stress has a lot to do with your cholesterol, and it can increase your numbers. So you guys know what my stress level is. And then also, one of the red blood cell count, the range is from 30 to 36. 31 to 36 is the range for normal, 31 to 36. And mine came in at 30.6, and 31 to 36 is normal, and I came at 30.6. So it popped up, yellow flagged it as abnormal. I got to admit, with what I know about medicine, that 30.6 that's not even something to think about. It could be a possibility of anemia or a sign of cancer. It also could be that I might not have been hydrated enough, whatever. But 30.6, I'm not going to stress about that, and I don't think my doctor's going to. My white blood cell count is normal. There's no signs of infection anywhere. We're not going to worry about the fact that my left eye just waters all the time. My optometrist calls that dry eye because I'm older. So all the numbers are good. The blood work, they checked everything. Things I didn't even hear of that I had to look up. Like, what is this for? What is this for? My liver's good. My kidneys are good. My bladder's good. Thyroid's good. B12's good. White blood cell count is good. Like, everything's good. Triglycerides normal. All the things with the LDL, HDL, all normal, but the totals came at 256 for the cholesterol. I didn't lose sleep over it. So I'm waiting for the results of the other STD panel. I'm not afraid or quiet to say that I requested an STD panel. I think they're good to have. I had an STD panel done at my request as Sky was coming up from Tennessee. I wanted to know that I was good and I was in the clear for all that business, and I was. And so I just want to know for me. I want to know for me. You know, what is it? It's something like 40 million people have high cholesterol. That's just the ones that have their blood tested. Then there's all the people who don't know that they have high cholesterol because they haven't had a blood test. And this is data collected from 2013 to 2018, so who knows what the numbers are now. That was just some stuff that I looked up. So we'll see what the rest of the numbers look like. I'll fill you in. I don't expect any surprises, but why not, you know? So the next thing I need to do now is schedule my bone density scan. I'm not in a big hurry, and I'm waiting on the referral call from my prior GYN, who I have not seen in 20 years-ish. When I had my hysterectomy, I stayed with my GYN for a couple of years, and then my PCP took over doing my pelvic exams for the next, 2-3 years. And then we decided, like, is this necessary? Because I don't have a cervix to scrape. They took that when they did the hysterectomy. So there's nothing to scrape for a pap smear. So it's more just like, is everything okay down in the southern regions? Because I have the irritation burn, because I'm a newlywed, and I'm old. So So when you're a senior citizen, when you become an older woman and you go through menopause, and I was put immediately into menopause when I had my hysterectomy because they took my ovaries. And so then you go right into menopause. You don't have that gradual. I was thrown right into menopause. Okay, so I was put on Premarin, which is estrogen, and then by my GYN. Then my PCP, he took me off of it because he said it's not safe. And then my GYN put me back on it because he said I needed it. And then my PCP took me back off of it. And that's when I stopped going to my GYN because I didn't want to go back and tell him that my PCP took me off of it again. So my PCP put me on a Premarin, low-dose Premarin cream, a vaginal cream, back in 2019 or 2017 or 2018, somewhere back there. And I'm trying to remember why I stopped it, and I think it was because of weight gain, because that's one of the side effects, and I don't want that happening. But when you get older and you go through menopause and you don't have the estrogen in your body, for a woman, we change up. We get dry, the vaginal walls get dry, they atrophy, so they get tighter and more dry and thinner. The skin gets thinner. And so when you have thin skin in a very delicate area, there can be a lot of pain and burning. And that's what I've been going through for a while. And it's irritating, no pun intended. I'm kind of fed up with it and frustrated. So my new PCP wants me to see my old GYN, who I haven't seen in 20 years. And I needed a referral because of my insurance. So they said it could take up to 2 weeks for the referral. And for me, and I told her, I said, I really don't want to do this. And she said, just go get a quick pelvic exam and talk with him or his daughter. His daughter is supposed to be taking over the practice. And there's also another gentleman in the practice. I don't mind having a male OBGYN. That doesn't matter to me, a GYN. All my GYNs have been men my whole life. And so that's not an issue for me. But, and to find out like what is safe and what isn't, you know. So that's where I am at. That is what is going on. I'm going to go at 22 minutes. I hope everyone hope you guys are doing the best you can. We've had these, you know, I mean, it's almost July. It's been hotter than normal, more humid than normal. And you know, it's kind of funny though, not funny, haha, but weird. We have central air here. I'm not used to it, and I don't really like it. I spent 6 years in my apartment. I pretty much never put the central air on. Maybe 2-3 times for a couple hours in that whole 6 years I lived there, due to cost. And so we have it on here. We have the thermostat is set at 78 or 79. Right now I have the ceiling fan on, and I don't even need it on because it actually feels cool. So, but it's a little bit warmer than normal, a little bit more humid. So stay as cool as you can. Throw something in the comments. Let me know how you're doing. A couple people had said to me about putting the coffee, add a coffee. I did a little Google searching on that, and there is some YouTube videos, so I'll look at some YouTube videos and see if I can figure out how to do that. I don't know how all that works. I also need to get all my statistics because I'm getting kind of close to 1,000 subscribers, but I'm nowhere near 4,000 watch hours. And you have to have 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. And it has to be within a year. Like you have to have the 4,000 watch hours in a year, or 100, what is it? It's like, I don't know, it's like a boatload of views if you do shorts in a 3-month time frame. I don't do shorts. Maybe I should think about that. but I don't typically, I think I've done one short in my YouTube career. But I have to go up on the computer anyway and find out a whole bunch of stuff. So take care. I'll talk to everybody soon.